All right, let's get this show on the road. Good morning, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me switch some screens. Boom. Open up this protein shake. Somebody give me a thumbs up and let me know that you can hear me. And the dog, too. All right, cool. What do we have on SPX? SPX holding the 0.236. From the reverse fib side. Let's look at the hourly, as we always do. I think we're just chopping in a range. Yeah, we are. Still trading under the 80 MA. Big upper wick from yesterday. But we also have a long tail, so might be hard to sell this thing off. Range bound, as we've been saying for I don't know how long now. And 1 second. We're still in a downtrend though, so there's nothing has significantly changed. We're just chopping in a range. That's all we're doing for this week. So look at I don't have that indicator up. I can draw it with pencils. This is the range we've been in all week. So not a lot of fun. You know, if you take away the wicks, the bodies are 43.11 to, 43.70. Not a lot to work with this week, so hope everyone's been patient. Get the Discord up. Thank you, Mr. Paperhands. I just opened up the Discord window. All right, so let's run over NQ. Very similar to SPX. Hourly time frame. That's how I get my day started. These patterns look exactly the same. Look at this. All algos. All algo. Right? It's all the same. They're just buying the same stuff. Right? Exact same. The dog's back. Amazon, Facebook. Facebook still trading like a turd. Over 200 at least, though, right? Let's look on the 15-minute real quick to see if there are any day trades that we can take on Facebook. No. Nothing till over the 80 MA. Let me put the dog away. He's being loud again. The ultimate distraction. All right, I got volume on the 15-minute time frame. It's decent. You can trade it. What was yesterday's high? 208, 209. With any type of decent volume, something like yesterday's close. Maybe I'll turn on extended hours. No, can't play that. Chop. Worthless. Tesla. Kind of flat. I think it closed at 839 yesterday. Opening up just $5 lower. Still trading in this downward channel. So nothing exciting there on Tesla either. Take a look at the hourly. Take a look at the 15-minute. Looks very similar to Facebook. Trading under the ADMA with a big push at close yesterday. Microsoft, nothing there. Daily. Holding the ADMA. Look at these tails. Look how it reacted to the ADMA on the daily. On the weekly watch list, I mentioned that Microsoft was probably going to be one of my top plays when we do recover. I don't know if you can call it finding a bottom, because it's really hard to find a bottom when there's just so much turmoil. But when it does, I like 218. I'm sorry, 218, 318 for Microsoft. A retracement back to the golden pocket from the downside. So it's really one of my top watches. Got Amazon up here twice. I have an NVIDIA Lotto open 230 put. So it may open flat. It was down 50% at one point yesterday. It was up 40%. I think closed down. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. I haven't even logged in. What kind of trader am I? Let me log into Thinkorswim. What tickers are you guys watching, if any, at all? And as always, thank you guys for showing up so early, especially if you're on the West Coast. All right, let's see. My NVIDIA 230 one day to expiration puts is valued at down 40%, but that'll change it open. Maybe flat, maybe not, but I'd like to see one big flush. Excuse me. One big flush on the hourly before we get some type of retracement. I don't know how much more to the downside is left, especially with no news pending or anything like. Or we never know if news is pending, but if nothing crazy happens, I don't know what pushes us down. But a golden pocket retracement would be fantastic. Something on the daily. Even just a 0.5 and a bounce. So I had AVGO up for NVIDIA earnings. That doesn't matter to me now. Roku. You're watching Spy and QQQ. All right, Cage. I know some people in the group have some QQQ puts. Let's take a look at Google real quick. Flat, doing nothing. Bitcoin back into the channel. I'm sorry, into the pattern. So broke out, fake out, breakout, came, retested, right? Retested, and then finally broke back in. So where do we go now? Probably likely back down to support. 38 at some point. Somewhere around there between 37 and 38. Somewhere there. And Costco for K-bar, of course. Indecision candle after 5 strong days. The hourly. Nice. Higher, high, higher, low pattern, though. K-bar if you're watching. So, that's nice. All right, let's take a look at QQQ. The Qs. Which case you should learn to chart NQ as well. To give you a direction. The numbers are weird. It's not like SPX where you can do the math quickly and figure out where you're gonna end up. But QQQ bear flag negated, popped up. There's a lot of fake out breakouts here and breakdowns. Trading under the ADMA. It's been saved by these tails here. Right? All these lower tails have saved it from just tanking Let's look at the 15-minute. Again, the close at yesterday is what, with all this volume, is what gave us the last 15-minute bar of green. So I can't trade anything under the ADMA to the upside. Those are just my rules, my set of rules. With volume above the ADMA, big volume bar like this one here, but above the ADMA. So I want above average volume. This line is the average. I think it's the 14-day average. Anything above this, big volume above the ADMA, I can play to the upside. Trapped under the ADMA with volume, bare volume, I'm on puts. So you can see right here, there, and then the ones after this. So big bare volume coming in, right? Sorry to tank us. Give me 1 second. Big bear volume led to this huge sell-off. So this is something that I would most definitely had my interest. I'd have had my interest when this first exit volume bar came in. It especially had my interest on the sell-off down here. And then once the ADMA broke, I'd be in the trade somewhere here or here. Again, those are just my rules. They tend to work out. We're looking for SPX to hold, and I'll do an SPX breakdown cage, and you can just drop the last digit on SPX and relate it to SPY. How did I get the average volume on? Hold on, got a window on TradingView. Been looking for that. All right, so go to volume. Oh, it's the 20-day. Excuse me. So volume 20 and moving average length. So 20 days. I believe that's what it is. Or last 20 bars. Excuse me. It's the last 20 candles because you can do it on any time frame. So it'll take the volume for the last 20 bars, and the line will give you the average. And you do that by going to indicators. Volume is the very first one. Yeah, it's 20 bars, not 20 days. If you're on the daily time frame, then it's 20 days. If we're on the hourly right now, it's the average of the 20 bars, I believe. So open should be very interesting. Let's see if they try to push this thing back down into this zone here. You know, we got a bunch of touches here. I mean, just it's tested at every turn. If we can get one more push down, I don't think anything changes. I think it gets bought right back up. Look at this here. This is on the hourly. Look at this. Look at this. The manipulation that goes on in the market. This is a 2% drop in. This was the 4 o'clock hour. Oh, this is futures. This was futures yesterday. 2% drop, pops back up. You know, what's that? Probably 3/4 of the way. Just to chop around some more. So we got 10 minutes. Anybody watching anything? Let's see. Mr. Paperhand sent a message. Just looking at it, but hear me out. FISV. A lot of buy volume recently. Let's see. I don't even know what FISV is. FISV. What the hell are they? Technology company, data processing. All right. What time frame are you on, Mr. Paper Hands? I guess I can click it and see. Or the hourly. Okay, let's see. Holding the ADMA. Good volume on the last bar. Or I guess it closed yesterday. RSI is not blown out. It's decent if you can get around this chop here. So this is where it's most likely to get rejected, Mr. Paper Hands. You have to get above $100. You can front run it, of course, but understand where your stop would have to be, or just lotto it. Just find some, find what's its all-time high? Oh no, we don't want to know its all-time high, do we? It's probably way up there. 126. I like the daily too. Above the ADMA, holding the ADMA. I might be forcing that. You got a daily trend change as well. It's not the worst. What's this market cap? Is it liquid? Let's see. 64 billion. That's not bad. It's a good name to trade. You thinking of day trading, scalping? Oh, it's a lotto, you said. 15 minutes, let's see. 15 minutes, huge. Jeez. Let's draw a fib, let's see. Actually, let's pull it from here. That's not bad, Mr. Paper Hands. Hubs, what's going on, my man? How are you? Good morning. I think it's worth a lotto, Mr. Paper Hands. What are the contracts running? How much do they cost? What's the 105 for next week run? I guess that's not really a lotto, but I don't think it's the worst trade either. It's that 100 though. It's the century mark. It can't get over the century mark. That's what makes me nervous. Do any fibs line up on this level? I've drawn a couple and think based on price action at the time. Let's see. 43.12. Let's see. Where are we here? Sujay says, do any fibs line up to this level? I had drawn a couple of days ago based on the price action at the time. Let me look at ES, because that's what you're charting on features. All right, we can do. Where can we draw a fib from? The only fib we can really draw from is the downside. I don't even know if Sujay's in here. He was talking to the Discord. Look at that wick though. This is how you know fibs are real. You get a golden pocket reaction off that wick, and that's to the penny, off the 0.65. It's all about where you pull from. If you can pull from an area that makes sense, if you can pull from an area that is the most impulsive move. So like this here is an impulsive move. It's a sell off before coming right back down. And you can get some of these reactions. You keep this fib until it's invalidated. I forget how to inverse the screen, but when you pull a fib from bottom to top, and you can get a golden pocket retracement, and it hits it to the penny, don't move that fib, because that's where they're reacting from. It trades cheap, but weekly spreads are kind of 318, 105, around 50 cents. What are the how wide are the spreads? I don't have enough screen space to open up Thinkorswim right now. It's one of those you have to catch on the right day. Yeah, I mean, especially at 50 cents. 50 cents, 50-cent contracts or lottos. Because you can't cut a 50-cent contract. Because you'll be pissed if it runs to 80 cents. Like, it can get down to 20 in no time. But you'd be very upset if it ran to a dollar. Which is what a lot of 50-cent contracts do. All right. Wick City. Seb, what's going on? Thank you, dude. All right, let's get this show on the road. Let's ring the bell. I've been restless just like you guys. It's very hard to sit and be this patient. And I'm a patient man at trading. I've been forced to be a patient man. But, man, we're going on God knows how long. Let's draw some patterns. Highly suggest drawing in this choppy environment just to kill time. Become Pablo Picasso. Be one with the charts. So I like this to break bear, obviously, because I have skin in the game. But I'd like to see something like that. Just a fat red candle pushed down. The buys have been very weak. So that's what I'm waiting on. I have a Tesla Lotto that's going to turn to shit. That'll be worth nothing at open. But I'm not going to cut it because it's a Lotto. I rolled it over with profits from... I took an 800 put yesterday. I think I was in there for seconds. Like literally seconds. Where's my phone? I was in there for, I think, 120 seconds. And it ran 40%. And I was out. I know you guys are watching stuff. Give me some tickers. You know my range of tickers are very limited. I don't play a lot of things. Where we at? All right. So I have to keep an eye on Nvidia just because I have an open trade. It even lines up on the daily. Let's see it break. I'd love to see this break. 0.5 golden pocket. I think I paid $1.66. If I can get in the money, these things can accelerate. I think a break of 230 brings you 227 at least. Then you have $3 of intrinsic value. So 1.5 or 1.6 turns to 3, bare minimum. And then we look for more retracement. I won't be greedy. I'll trim with whatever impulsive move comes first, because they usually last 5 or 10 minutes or so. This didn't help my cause yesterday, though. This right here. So we'll see. All right. How much time do we have? About 40 seconds. Mm-mm. 20 seconds. Tesla got a nice big pump. My lotto may not be dead. We're getting a pump everywhere. Jeez, that's so loud. Big volume. Nice. Let's see how quickly I can get Tesla closed. Come on. Boy, I think you're swimming slow. All right, cool. Close my Tesla. I'll keep NVIDIA open. I think it's the zero or hero. We'll go from there. All right, so we got to open with some fading on individual names. SPX is running. Can't get over the ADMA. Not the best, not the worst, depending on what you're playing. Let's drop down to a 15-minute time frame on SPX. Just for... I got out of Tesla at the right time. Took a quick 30% on that. I say right time now, and if it runs to 870, I'm pissed. All right. Oh, that's what I forgot. Apple. How can I forget Top Dog? Let's see where it is on the daily first. Still downward channel trading under the ADMA. Again, for me, everything to the upside is untradeable as long as it's under the ADMA. I would need huge volume to trade it. Tesla's fading. Google's down. Bitcoin is down. Big upper wick on the 15-minute time frame. Lower wick may follow. Let's see. Overnight low 43.10 was saved. I think you guys know what happens if we test the overnight low. Test the overnight low with volume will bring us to yesterday's low. Those are all the levels that we have. Oh, NVIDIA's flying. NVIDIA's flying. Very tough to play these candles. There's a trade out there somewhere. And if there's not, we go into the weekend. What's Google doing? Let's see. Google's trapped under the 80 MA on the daily. How many points is this down on the day? 15 bucks? My gut tells me none of this holds. My gut's been wrong before, though. If you guys can figure out how to play any of this, let me know. It just feels like the entire market is waiting on something. This is when you say, what news is coming? It's tough. Boy, Tesla held. How far is Tesla from going green? Oh, Tesla is green. Tesla green, SPX red. If you ever wanted to pair two things, it would probably be these two. Let's see. Tesla and SPX paired. Nothing else is moving, though. We're back to being boring again. Boring and basic. Feel free to drop a ticker into the comment section. What's the UPST doing? Everything's being saved by the 8. They don't want to flush this, I guess, just right now. On all time frames, too. On all time frames. DIN, all right. DIN. Tiny gap. It's the first thing I noticed. Bear flag. Second thing I noticed. Hourly time frame. Excuse me. Oh, D-Dog, I'll look at it too. K-Bart trapped under the 8. Bear flag. Gap ahead. Gap above. You had momentum, lost it. Trading under the 80 MA now. I couldn't touch it. Let me jump in before I do D-Dog and let me look at Airbnb because Mr. Paperhands has had his eye on it. DIN $65 puts. All right, one sec. Mr. Paperhands, I like your idea. If volume can come in on the 15 to the downside, it looks like it broke bear already, but the problem is it's being bought up. Wait for the candle to close. How many more? We got 5 minutes for this candle, Mr. Paper Hands, and see what happens on the next candle. And if it can't trade above the 8, I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't touch it. I'll watch it though. I'll keep that window open, Mr. Paper Hands. Josiah, what's going on? D-Dog. DDOG. Trapped under the 8 as well. If you're looking for a lotto, 140 put would be fantastic. You got exit volume here. Retest. Couldn't get over it. Maybe 140 is pretty far out the money. 145 put might be decent. Testing that low again on the day. Or yesterday, I guess. I think that's a half decent trade. Should be under $1 as well. 145 puts. Especially as we're slipping here into, getting out of this 15-minute range in the open. CELH. Look at the daily first. Daily bear flag. Can't trade above the 80 EMA, but also at the same time could be forming higher highs and higher lows. If it's going to form another higher high, higher low, you got to get it above the 80 EMA. So above the 80 EMA would negate this bear flag. No, it wouldn't. I take that back. 50% of that bar. So somewhere around here, 61 would negate the bear flag. Above 50% of this bar here, of this candle, is a good indication that the bear flag is negated. So if it does break bear, you'll see, it'll probably take out this low first. Wrong tool. If it does break bear, it'll take out that. It'll take out 50-50. If you're looking for a bullish retracement, a bullish move, you want to see something like that. Oh no, wrong tool. You want to see something like this. So the next candle bar would have to trade over the 80 MA. Let me look at it on the hourly. So it can't get over the 80 MA, was not accepted. SPX is slipping as well. I wouldn't touch Celsius holding. Is this the beverage? Oh, I need to look into this. I live by Celsius. It's the only thing that keeps me going in the morning. Coffee doesn't do it anymore. MRVL for Cage. Big volume came in. This is tradable to the... it's tradable to the upside if you can get above the 80 MA on the hourly, which we are. Drop down to the 15-minute time frame. Wait for SPX to maybe cooperate. Look for a long swing if you're thinking bullish. This lets me know like someone's getting in here. This is new. This is an opening position for somebody. This is too much volume. Look at the average volume down here, right? And then look at this. Oh, it's an earning reaction. That's what it was. That's what it was. Thank you, Mike. I didn't know Celsius had a ticker. I'm going to reach out to them because I swear by it. And it's sugar-free. Big volume. I would continue to watch this, especially if SPX and NQ turn around, which, as you know, we've had many days of turnaround every single day. Might be able to take a shot at something for next week. Maybe 70s for next week. That's not a bad play, Gage. Let me go back to DIN, $65 puts, and see why it's not selling off. Your $65 puts are not paying off because or they're not dying because there's no exit volume. K-bar. So you can't break bear unless you have a huge candle like this. You know, right now you have bull volume. So you sold off during earnings. Damn, this just reminded me. Trader Stewie, if some of you guys follow him on Twitter, he does a lot of peg plays, which are called power earning gaps. And I think this would qualify as a power earnings gap. So you sell off during earnings, and then eventually it makes its way and fills the gap. Look more into it if you're into that type of stuff. But $65 put, I don't know. I think the move has been made, K-Bar, because you got the sell off before earnings, or right at earnings, and now you're getting a recovery. So what's your expiration? You're already at 71. You're $6 out of the money. Just watching your go-to spies: Facebook, Apple, Nvidia, mainly Facebook. SPX is going to lose. It's going to lose 43, and the real test will come at, I think, 42.85. Look at that, broke. All right, so I told you if we test the low, we're coming to the next spot. So the real test will come at 42.90. After 42.90 or 42.95, excuse me. 42.95, and after that 42.84. Anything after that, good riddance. March 18th. So you have time, but it's not if I had to guess, I'm going to pull it so I don't really have to guess. I think this may be a golden pocket bounce here, K-bar. If I pull from here, this is the most impulsive. I think if I eyeball this right, this might be a golden pocket. Yeah. This is a golden pocket bounce. It's more likely to retrace from here. I'm not talking you out of a trade because obviously things lose the GP all the time. All the time. Probably 50% of the time. But if this holds, like you have 2 weeks on the trade. Actually today, 2 weeks. You got to cut if you notice a bounce coming, because you have to figure out a reason why it would lose the 0.786. But this is you might get it today. You really need a break of 69.40 or 69.50. K-bar. Hey, Mr. Paperhands took the trade. All right, let's take a look at Airbnb since Mr. Paperhands is in it. Give me 1 second. Let me check on this Nvidia contract. Oh, we're back even. Look at that. Who tagged me in something? Someone tagged me just now. Give me 1 second. Just like that. Break even. All right, cool. Airbnb. Oh, wow. Look at that. Mr. Paperhands. Don't fold. Don't close this yet. I'm sure. Watch, he's already traded it or closed it. We got 3. Oh, he's speaking of it in past tense. So that lets me know he's already closed it. Good trade. Why are you out of it, Mr. Paperhands? Show me a reason why you have to be out of this trade. on the 15-minute, the 5-minute time frame. It hasn't even gone back up and tested it yet. I'm assuming you're out. You may completely not be out. NVIDIA did get rejected, Mike. You got you have the early morning manipulators that take advantage of retail in the first 15 minutes of the day. That's why I typically don't trade the first 15 minutes of the day, unless I'm closing a position. Give me 1 second. I got to find out where this guy who told me that we were going to be bullish tomorrow is. 1 second. Still bullish? Question mark. What's his handle? I don't even know who this guy is. Anish. All right, cool. All right. I'm waiting for Mr. Paperhands to trade. Stubborn guy, huh? STU, stubborn. This guy, man. Not fully out, got a runner. Hit the 618. I know, I feel you. Not messing around. I feel you. Yes, Mr. Paperhands does have paper hands, Mike. I don't know. Where did this guy come from? I don't even know. I had no clue. All of a sudden, like, everybody was going in on him in the Discord. I had no clue. Like I looked, I was like, what is going on here? Who is this guy? 145 psychological, Mr. Paperhands. Time may not be in my favor. Let me see. 144. I'm actually going to close this. Small loss. Going to close it. Give me 1 second. Let me make my announcement in Members Fix. The push was made and couldn't break. I'll look for another entry. Small loss. Close at 144. All right, cool. I'm on NVIDIA. This wick right here, you can't fight. You can't fight this type of buying. So they wanted to save. They wanted to save 4,300. Excuse me. Jeez, that was bad. I should have muted. Hey, man, someone made some money today. That was fantastic. Mr. Paperhands, congratulations. I love the way you talk through the trades. I love the way you talk through the trades. Where's my screen? Discord. Yeah, they saved 43. They don't want the market to panic. They'll save that for the weekend. Speaking of which, you know, we can swing lottos on Fridays too. It's much more exciting. You get to spend your weekend wondering if your position will open up red or green. I miss those days. I think I've swung a position over the weekend maybe one time in the last 3 months, 4 months maybe. But I'll stay on for a few more minutes. I just want to see if they break 4,300 with conviction, with force. Ooh, you see, they didn't want to lose. They didn't want to lose 42.95. They bought it right at 42.96. Danger zone. Danger zone. Applebee's and IHOP. What didn't do? Remember, you need it to lose the low of a couple days ago, 69.45. What's the hourly look like? Yeah, Danny, I'm thinking the same. Excuse me. Hold on. Let me mute this. Danny, I'm thinking the same thing. Just completely wreck retail. I did that last Friday. I was talking to Chris. He DM'd me and he asked. I'll go back and read the conversation from last Friday. Where's that? Basically, he asked my sentiment. I thought it was pretty clear. They run it up on Friday and then just obliterate retail on Monday morning. And that's what happened. Oh yeah, I said bullish till close, clapped over the weekend, but I believe we get real close to 4,400. So I don't know what today holds. No one does except the guys pushing the buttons back there. But I can totally see a bounce off 43 again. 43. I'll run a fib off the hourly. I can totally see us getting back to 43.20 ish area. Maybe even 43.25. No, that's too high. 43.20 is a decent area to get to. And we go from there. Above that gets us above the ADMA, and we can probably trade a little bit, but nothing crazy. I guess the dog needs to walk too. He's whimpering. Up so we go up. let me get out of all my put positions. If Anish says we're going up, then I need to protect my neck. What's he saying? Yeah, I closed my average is $1 from yesterday. Oh wow, beautiful. All right, guys. I think. Look at this. Look at the tail on this thing. 20-point tail. I think I'm out of here. But I also think I'm going to come back maybe around the lunch hour. Maybe power hour. I don't have much to do today. Pick up the kid later. All right, guys. I thank you all for coming by. I better ride with Anash. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'll head back over to Trading Floor. I got to see what this guy's talking about. I found it nothing short of classic entertainment. I wonder how long he'll last, but it's cool. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you for the likes too. I forgot to mention, and you guys have all hit that like button as well. I'll do a trade recap video. Maybe I'll do it now on Tesla, and I'll post that later. I do have to get off here because his high pitch whimpering probably does not sound good. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you all for coming.